For me, I'm like, where are we at in the world? When isn't there supposed to be some kind of respect? Like if you see, in the world that I grew up in, it's like if a runner saw someone trip, they would stop running,
right,
and like stop the competition, whether they win or lose. Oh well, doesn't matter to me. Helping this my competitor,
right,
and having good. What kind of sportsmanship is this? What I mean, it's like we're in it's wacko
hey,
world. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the UP Oddcast, where we're gonna go over some odd things at Walmart. I don't know if they're potential scams. I don't know if it's effects from shrinkflation or what's going on. You be the judge. Sound off in the comments down below. Let's get into it.
what is
NX review. Okay, reviewing stuff in X, Twitter. What's the vibe check? That's what we're trying to get a temperature reading on, folks, and what's going on out there. Apparently, there's slipping some things under the radar. Everybody's trusting the major institutions, or I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out, and I'm figuring it out with you guys. Maybe we can figure it out together.
People don't get fooled. They say 5 pounds of potatoes, right? Price. 264. Now let's see how much some motherfucker is. Oh look, only 3 pounds and a half, and they're selling us 5 pounds.
So they're 5-pound bags of potatoes.
I have been wondering. Sometimes my 5-pound bag does feel light.
Do you notice that your groceries go quicker, or?
And my family has always said I try to shove 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag, so I always thought, like I just must be misjudging, but no, they're jipping us.
They're jipping, folks. Are they?
Maybe.
I encourage you guys to check it out.
Walmart. Well, I got my 5 pounds. Shit.
But
So this post says, if you shop at Walmart, you want to pay attention to this. American grabs 5-pound bags of potatoes right out of the bins and puts them on a scale. The weight is closer to 3 pounds. This isn't the only product I've seen this same type of inaccurate weight labeling at Walmart.
and what's the moral check on that? Because realistically, it is right there on the bag advertised as 5 pounds. So if you go and
Isn't that false advertising?
well, kind of, but
Or-
if you go and take a couple potatoes out of another bag like this man did to make it 5 pounds.
Or maybe that's the common sense thing we were supposed to be doing.
But then that means that there's going to be a couple bags that are super duper light. And if somebody doesn't notice, they're going to get gypped out the butt.
We were talking about
I think it was me. I think it's been me a couple times. I have been so trusting of the 5 pounds.
Back in the Great Depression, Americans used to communicate leaving signs and symbols like X's
the
and like
hobos.
the hobos
The
mostly.
train hobos.
I saw this from a YouTube channel, so I don't know how relevant it is, but we'll show you more in this next post.
People don't get fooled.
Like in this situation, okay, this guy.
I need my money's worth, dog. I need my money's worth. Baby, that's very that's very wild, though.
That's
Come
bad.
on, that
Come
is
on.
very wild.
Walmart
Bro.
do better.
Yeah, that is very wild.
Okay, so is this stealing and the other thing is not stealing?
Okay,
Because this is in a container, but so are the potatoes in a bag. But like we were saying with the
thing
hobo
is-
stuff, like, it's like, okay, so somebody's going to pick that up and it's going to have,
Right.
it's going to be missing some. But back in like the Depression, if you just put an X on that bottle, then if everybody knows to fill up your container with the one with the X on it, then, I don't know.
If we all had that kind of communication. Look, the last one was a moral gray zone, okay? This one is wrong. You can hear it in his voice, too. He feels bad. He's like, ooh, but he's listen to him. He's like, that is crazy, though. Like, it's almost like he's saying, I know what I'm doing is bad, but it's bad that they're trying to get over on us this bad.
So, I mean, what is this? Is this a gray zone? Is this criminal? Is this stealing?
Well, ooh, this vibe check? Gray. I don't know.
Baby, that's very that's very wild, though.
That's
Come
bad.
on, that
Come
is
on.
very wild.
Walmart
Bro.
do better.
Yeah, that is very wild. Crazy. That's
Is this
Meanwhile,
the
that
skimp?
one's like 1/4 full now.
Is this the skimpflation?
Oof.
I don't know. Is this, I don't know, scam? I don't know.
So anything that can be open like that is?
What do you mean?
Well, like think of all the products that don't have a seal
Yeah.
that could potentially be dipped out the top. you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now I'm untrusting. I can't even get my groceries delivered anymore because what if they
So
grab
now
the wrong one?
you have to open one to fill it up.
No.
So that you know that you didn't get the
I
jip one.
refuse to do that. I'm not going to do that, but I will take 2 bottles and compare them. Absolutely. Like, I just want to make sure my bottle isn't the one he's putting back up on the shelf.
That's
you
right.
know?
I can totally understand that.
We all know somebody like this.
Do we all know someone like
Oh my God. What?
Oh.
Oh my God, where they see you.
So no question, this is illegal. If the intent
Absolutely.
is to walk out, there's no question that this is not right.
I couldn't
We
figure
all
out
know
how they were
somebody
getting
like
over
this.
the scale, but you're right. It's because he hasn't even started it. But then what do they do for the checkout? They don't have a checkout person checking receipts?
I mean, some of them are like super Nazi, where they're like, "Let me see your receipt,"
Yeah,
and some
for
of them are like,
real.
"I don't care."
And it's
they're
always-
basically like, "You could be walking out here with a TV. I don't care."
It's always like the older Ethels that are like, let me see your receipt. And it's like, first off, I don't 100% believe you can see that much. And second off, what are you going to do if you know what I mean? But they'll hold up a whole line and I get defiant. I'm like, I am not subject. This is not a club. I'm not subject to wait in your line. Okay. I'm sorry that y'all chose to let people check themselves out and now you have to have a bodyguard or a security guard at the door. But 95-year-old Ethel ain't it.
I know a sheriff's deputy who won't even entertain Ethel if they try to stop him. He's just like motors right on through like he doesn't even see her. Just like, hey, if you got a problem with it, you take it up the right channels because
That never works out for me.
he just motors right out of the door. More unhappy customers, okay, from the tow industry. I see people, this is an incident at a CarMax dealership, people getting screwed over. How many tows I went on because they bought a used CarMax car. Okay, some of these Carvana, CarMax type of places, basically, if it runs and drives when they appraise it, they buy it and, they pass it right on. They don't do any repairs. They don't touch it. They clean it up.
No way.
Oh yeah, they pass it right on. And initially when I saw this video, I thought it was like somebody returning their CarMax car. Which, this is super not cool, okay? So apparently 8 people were injured, 2 critically injured, so we're praying for them. But CarMax in Inglewood, apparently this person was bringing their car to be appraised, and I don't know, perhaps they were unhappy with the appraisal, or they were having an unstable day.
On a lighter note, that guy right there walking all calmly, he's the one with ADHD. Remember that meme with the guy and it's like, this is ADHD people, and the van pulls in and he's just cool as a cucumber? You can tell.
You can see the real ones. No. Real recognize real.
That's right.
I don't know, man.
No, this is terrible though. I mean, and then it makes me think, how many adults are out here with very low emotional intelligence, very low self-control, possibly undiagnosed autism.
And these are just a few clips.
Right.
Like, out of all the clips that we go through, like, these are just the ones that I chose to talk with you guys about out of the hundreds.
Right.
So stuff's going on all over the place, and we're just trying to get a temperature check. And I'm going to go ahead and say, on some level, for some folks, the temperature is hot.
The temperature's hot. Some folks are cooked.
Cooked.
I'm not going to stop. It's going to keep going.
High school student Kaylin Tucker was attacked with a baton to the head during a race at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Which I followed up on this, and she actually suffers a concussion and possible skull fracture.
Sorry about that. So she got hit hard. Yeah, because she stops and
by
grabs
her
her head.
competitor. By her competitor.
And neither one of y'all were gonna win.
And all they did was disqualify her.
So
For now, I'm sure charges
right,
will be pressed.
that's like criminal. Like,
can you
dang.
imagine how embarrassed you would be, like, if as a parent, and Lord forgive me, I don't mean to be judgy, but I think about, like, if that was my child out there, you know, being all Tanya Harding, and you know, like, I would be mortified. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I really thought I did better than this.
For me, I'm like, where are we at in the world? When isn't there supposed to be some kind of respect? Like, if you see, in the world that I grew up in, it's like if a runner saw someone trip, they would stop running,
right,
and like stop the competition, whether they win or lose. Oh well, doesn't matter to me. Helping this my competitor,
right,
and having good. What kind of sportsmanship is this? What? I mean, it's like we're in wacko world.
But don't forget, just like we're seeing men be, you know, softer and softer, or more and more feminine. Okay, the reverse of that is you're
Role
also going to
reversal.
see women with a lot more testosterone, which is going to be a lot more violence, a lot more anger. And who is it? You know what I mean? Like, women are the ones that are kind of starting crap nowadays. It's not a blanket statement, but you are seeing an uptick compared to how it was 30 years ago, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah, well, what about this?
I mean, it's an Uber. Can you drive away, please?
I need to call the police.
Yeah. I mean, it's an Uber.
So where's the woman instigating? I'm just joking, but this is, you know, London, the safest city in the world, and it's like, does anybody even understand what's going on here? It's just it seems to be an unwarranted attack. Of course, you know, this is all of the situation that we get to see is this little, you know, 10-second snippet.
Right.
But it does seem unwarranted. Perhaps he said something to offend him, or, you know, maybe not. You know, is this a migration situation? You know?
I bet they drove away thinking, boy, I'm sure happy it's a gun-free country.
It's crazy because over there, I bet they don't even think about guns.
Right. Well, but what got me thinking about that is, how would they defend themselves unless they were going to hand-in-hand combat?
They would have to go to hand-to-hand combat. I mean,
but do you really want to fight against that? I mean, he's about to rip that door off. I don't want to fight it. They did the right thing, but somebody does need to talk to this young man.
Could you please drive away?
Right. Yeah. And she's like, no, I need insurance.
I need to call the police.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to call the police. All right, that's all we have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Be sure to subscribe, like the video if you like it, and share it with a friend. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later.